Chemists at MIT have discovered a way to fortify iodine salt with iron, resulting in a product that, if made widely available, could combat one of the world's most prevalent nutritional deficiencies. About 2 billion people suffer from iron deficiency, which can lead to anemia, impaired brain development in children, and increased infant mortality. The richest sources are all in animal foods, which tend to be more expensive and less available. Plant sources are more difficult to absorb, and many plants contain phytates that block iron absorption altogether. Attempting to grapple with the problem, MIT researchers have come up with a new way to fortify foods and beverages with iron using small crystalline particles. These particles, known as metal organic frameworks, could be sprinkled on food, added to staple foods such as bread, or incorporated into drinks like coffee and tea. Food fortification can be a successful way to combat nutritional deficiencies, but this approach is often challenging because many nutrients are fragile and break down during storage or cooking. When iron is added to foods, it can react with other molecules in the food, giving the food a metallic taste. The particles could also be adapted to carry other important minerals such as zinc, calcium, or magnesium. However, one drawback to this approach is that the polymer adds a lot of bulk to the material, limiting the amount of iron or the other nutrients that end up in the food. To overcome that challenge, study co-author and MIT postdoc Jian Yang came up with a new idea. Instead of encapsulating iron in a polymer, they could use iron itself as a building block for a crystalline particle known as a metal organic framework, or MOF. MOFs consist of metal atoms joined by organic molecules called ligands to create a rigid, cage-like structure. Depending on the combination of metals and ligands chosen, they can be used for a wide variety of applications. Iodized salt has been very successful at preventing iodine deficiency, and as a result is sold around the world. Many efforts are now underway to create double fortified salts that could also contain iron. Delivering these nutrients together has proven difficult because iron and iodine can react with each other, making each one less likely to be absorbed by the body. In this study, the MIT team showed that once they formed their iron-containing MOF particles, they could load them with iodine in a way that the iron and iodine do not react with each other. In tests of the particle's stability, the researchers found that the iron-iodine MOFs could withstand long-term storage, high heat and humidity, and boiling water. Throughout these tests, the particles maintained their structure. When the researchers then fed the particles to mice, they found that both iron and iodine became available in the bloodstream within several hours of consumption. The researchers are now working on launching a company that is developing coffee and other beverages fortified with iron and iodine. They also hope to continue working toward a double fortified salt that could be consumed on its own or incorporated into staple food products.